is Cindy from CGR Educational Consulting, and today I want to take the time and talk about the classroom environment as we're all starting to gear up for the school year. As a behavior coach and a teacher consultant, I take the time to walk around classrooms and look at the environment and see how it's going to affect students. I've been seeing such wonderful classrooms on Instagram. I've been visiting classrooms and checking out what they have going. I want to talk about a special ed population when it comes to kids with ADHD, when it comes to kids with autism, when it comes to kids with anxiety, and also kids that have trauma. Our classroom environment makes a huge difference. I want you to stop and take inventory of your classroom and ask yourself, could my classroom be triggering the bad behaviors I see in my classroom? I know it's not intentional, and if you understood a little bit more about how the mind works, then you can make better choices for your classroom. They might be trying to pay attention to you, but you might have something on your bulletin board that has a lot of colors or a certain pattern, and it's not allowing that student's brain to focus on you. It's not intentional that they're not paying attention to you, but it could be that their brain is telling them to get this input from whatever color or pattern that they're seeing on this wall. For a lot of us students, less is more. There has been a kinder study where they took a bunch of students and they had them in an environment doing a science experiment. And as they started taking things off the wall, students were doing better because they were less distracted by the classroom environment. They were able to focus on what was going on. So let me give you an example of something that you might be able to relate to. When we're driving and we're bumping in our car and having a good time with the music blasting, when we're looking for an address, what do you usually do? You turn down the volume. And the reason for that is because our brain cannot multitask. What's going on there is that we have divided attention. The attention capacity that we have and the processing requirements to be able to do that are kind of in competition. So when you're trying to teach a lesson and the student has competition by something that looks very fun on the wall, you're actually causing a lot of divide in their brain because they can't multitask. They want to look at the fun thing that's on the wall and listen to you, and that's almost impossible for some of our students. Let's talk about color. There is tons of research out there that says that color affects our mood, our mental clarity, and our energy, especially the color red. Red elicits a lot of emotions. So take an inventory of your classroom real quick and see what colors do you have in there. Is it eliciting calmness and like a smooth environment where everything's like chill, or is it eliciting a lot of like anxiety and making you feel like you have to be doing something at all times? Because this is going to be very important, especially for our ADHD kids whose brain is always active. You want a really chill environment where there's not too much going on. So before you put up your vocab list, your charts, your graphs, your classroom rules, your number lines, your alphabet, those really cute inspirational quotes that you want to put up, stop and think, how is this going to affect my student who's going to have a difficult time focusing in the classroom? Because it's never really completely their fault that their brain is not able to multitask. We all have that struggle. So take the time and look on the wall and ask yourself, is this something that I truly need up on my wall? Does it really bring value, instructional value to my classroom? Or is it just hella cute? Because if it's just cute, you might want to take it down because it's going to help that kid with autism, that kid with ADHD, that kid with trauma, because we want them to feel safe in our environment. And those colors and the pictures might just be a little bit too much. This is Cindy from CGR Educational Consulting. I hope you found this tip very helpful.